should move on and let go. We're not allowed to grieve, or we're not allowed to have sadness. Well, if you don't know how to let go, you've got all this unhealed trauma, and like reflect on your old life, ready for your new life. Like, oh my God, you're in Switzerland. Just like be happy, be joyful. Nope. You're not gonna do YouTube. Nope. You're not gonna vlog. Nope. You don't get to do this.
Series from Canon unfortunately has been discontinued. They've merged it with the R system now, so all the lenses with the...
That's so cool.
Got super lucky, came to the camera store. Look at Frank's little vest, so cute. And I guess it wasn't a battery or electrical problem, and it was my lens. It's kind of sad though, because yeah, those are expensive, but rather a lens than a whole camera. Okay, so we grabbed a tuna tart, open-faced sandwich. Basically just has tuna and mayo, and there's some other seasoning, but simple. Do you like it? Yeah, this one doesn't have filling, it's just simple. There you go. That's pretty good.
Fine to dine.
We gotta get dog food and we don't know what to get. Hey babe.
What's going on?
We've been here for what, a month and a half?
About like that, yeah?
How are you feeling about everything?
Very excited, very enthusiastic. It's amazing. I love it.
Very elaborate.
I love it.
Yes, he's home. This is home for him. Switzerland is home. His family's not far away. So he's like at peace with everything. I'm still a little struggling a little bit because there's a bit of
they
adjustment.
have a motorcycle store here, look.
But it's been good. Thanks for leaving me.
Don't step forward. Oh, hill. Ooh.
Ooh.
Not too bad you want a pink one.
I like the touch of pink with the white. I don't think it's for sale.
volgt. Ja, natuurlijk zoals die doorgaan.
Walked around a little bit this morning, grabbed a coffee from Starbucks. Been really enjoying like a iced vanilla latte lately. Not sure what that's about. I was doing that before I left Hong Kong and I was just like obsessed with, I'm usually like an Americano girl or a matcha, ooh, ooh. But I've yet to find like the perfect matcha where I live. The best one I've found so far is actually in Zurich. Called the Matcha Club, which I love that name. I just think that's so cool. It feels like you're like literally like part of a matcha club. I don't know. I like it. But I've tried several here in Basel and just haven't found one that I'm like obsessed with. There's been a couple that are like good, but not like, ooh. And I scheduled my nail appointment. I'm gonna get my nails fixed up. This is the one that I've been doing. This is what I've had for a while, but you can see the growth. It's like real bad, all right. And then tonight, oh my God, I'm so excited. So we're gonna go see Mozart in Paris is what it's called. So it's just like a symphony orchestra of Mozart. We're really excited. It's the first time that we went to a opera was in Paris, actually. And it was like an opera, like the guys and the girls, the guy and the girl singing back and forth to each other with some music in the background. And then we went to one in Hong Kong, but it was like a cello soloist. So that was just like, just one person. But we've been craving like a full-on orchestra symphony. So we're really excited. I just don't know what I'm gonna wear. That's the only thing. Because I've seen some of the like guys and girls coming out of the theater here and they're like dressed up to the max. And I'm like, I didn't even bring my suit. I didn't bring like my suit dress. I didn't bring, I have like a couple of blazers, but I don't have like proper pants for them. I just have jeans and like leggings, which don't, not what I should wear. So I'm kind of freaking out about that. And I've got like several hours to figure that out, but I'm like so tired. I'm just chilling. But I'm gonna get my nails done this afternoon, so I'm excited. I'm thinking like a butter yellow. Feels like a very summery a summery vibe, or like a white glittery thing. I don't know, we'll see. Thought I'd give you a little update on how life is going. Feeling a lot better today. Was not really feeling it yesterday. It's like there's good days and then there's down days and then there's days where I really, really miss my old life and then there's days where I'm like trying to absorb in my new life and really enjoy it and find the pockets of joy and just, you know, recalibrate my brain that this is where we are now. Try not to get caught up in what was and be in what is, you know, that energy, that feeling. We have a couple of friends who are going to Hong Kong next week and I'm like, can I go with you? Do you need an assistant? Oh. Yeah. I'm still in my head and thinking about like, that's where we'll go for our 2-week vacation. I'm like, I know we're in Europe and like we could go anywhere in Europe for our vacation this year. And I'm just like, I just want to go to Hong Kong. And I think a big part of it, it's like, yes, I miss my old life, the rhythms of living there, all of that. But a big part of it is that we left Hong Kong in such a rush. It felt like everything just happened very fast. And I feel like when you're preparing for the move, like everything else kind of stops, like living kind of stops. It's like, oh, you've got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to set this up for the next place that you're living, and just like look for an apartment and just like figure out where you're going to live for the next several months. Just all of these elements like take you away from truly being immersed in your day-to-day life. And I don't know, I feel like I didn't really get closure, or like this is the end. And then I also got sick the last couple of weeks, which just really irritated me. And it was also around my birthday. I had a friend who came into town as well. And I like feel like I didn't even give her the best Hong Kong experience, because I was like sicker than a dog and I was just trying to like fight through. And then when she left, I was just like bedridden for a whole day. And then took the next days several days after that, just took it very slow. And then I was just like, okay, we've got to start packing. We've got to start getting ready. And I don't know. Everything happened so fast. Just didn't really feel like I got to say goodbye to people. And timeline kept moving around. And then, yeah, that's one of the downfalls with the expat living, is just how quickly things can change. And then, yeah, like grief and falling in love with places. And then knowing you're leaving, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not the best person to be around right now. I feel like I'm not my fullest and best self. I feel like I'm my grieving self. I feel like I'm not just fun to be around. Like, I don't even feel like I'm answering questions that well. Like I'm hearing them, and my brain is not like alive in the sense of like ready to have like full-on conversations. And I also know that part of that is like the isolation, like not talking. Like even today, I feel like I've not really been explaining myself very well. I don't know. We all have like an idea of what we think we're sounding like, and then we're totally fine. We just think we're not being articulate or whatever. I don't know. Life changes. Difference, transitions, grief, joy, fear, all of the things. I mean, I do find like for me to finally like, okay, let's do something this Friday with the Paris of Mozart, or Mozart in Paris, whatever it's called, like the orchestra. I'm finally starting to like schedule things and like look forward to those things, so that's good. I just hate that in between feeling, and I don't like hate it, because it's a time to like reflect and process and just appreciate your old life and like reflect on your old life to then get ready for your new life. And I think a lot of the fear or uncertainty or deeper feelings around that time is more about the judgment that we may get, or the criticism that we may get from other people, because it's like so many people think like you should move on and let go and just be ready for your new life. Like, oh my God, you're in Switzerland, just like be happy, be joyful. And like, I swear, I wish it was just as simple as like, oh, just be happy. And it's like, there's so many nuances, and I'm sort of just kind of tired of this narrative that like we're not allowed to grieve, or we're not allowed to have sadness or have feelings. And I feel like the world is like shifting more into this element of like, well, if you don't know how to let go, you've got all this unhealed trauma, and it's just this unhealed trauma that's holding you back and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we are human, we have feelings, we're allowed to process. And for some people, we feel deeper. There's some people that need more time. Like, we're just not these bounce back machines that can just be like, oh, everything's great again. And you also see those people who are like, oh, everything's great again, and they're actually still miserable, and they're just like hurting other people because they're not great. And I'm just like, I'm trying not to be that person either, in terms of like, I'm going to pretend that everything's great and then I'm a shit person or a shit friend or a shit wife or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm taking my time. I'm not going to say yes to things right away. I'm not going to like jump myself into all of these obligations and then wake up that day and feel like, oh, I'm not ready for this. Like, I know my body well enough and I know my mind well enough to be like, okay, I just need time. And I think the people who love and care about me like understand that, and I probably should do better at communicating that. I'm just over this narrative that like you're not allowed to feel sad. Like this whole world of positivity, and just like, I think that's maybe the nuances of social media, where we put on like this mask of like, because you know, social media is the highlight reel and it's all of these things. And I think that's what's, I talked about this the other day, I don't know when on my on the vlog here, but like, I've taken a break from social media, and at first it was like I was just so overwhelmed, and then it turned into like, I'm just gonna take a break, and then now I'm like trying to get back into it, but I just feel overwhelmed with what to share. And then so much time has passed, it's like, do I even share these things? Because I would like to get to where I am now, and the stuff that there's a few things that I've created since I've been here, and I'm just like, what do I do? And so it's just this perpetuating cycle of like overwhelm. And there's been days where I like figured it out. I know I'm gonna post this, then this, then this. And then days will go by and I'm like, what was I gonna do? And I've written things down, but then what I've written down is just like everything that I've created, and I'm like trying to organize it, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't know. And then I'm trying to actually go in the chronological order, but there's a couple things that I'm like, oh, I want this reel, like where you kind of create these reels that are not necessarily like chronologically in order of like your life events and unfolding or whatever. Just like, it's just this cool thing that you created. It's like, where does that go? Because then it's getting everything out of order. I don't know. I'm weird. Don't listen to me. Anyway, there's my vent sesh for today. I should stop yapping, because it's always, when I talk so much, it's so hard to edit. And it's like, and not that I'm editing myself out or anything, it's just like so hard to figure out where this goes in the groove of the video. Like, do you guys like watching YouTube videos where the person just talks? Like, I've seen some of them out, and I'm like, I don't know you enough to sit here and listen to you. But then I'm also like, listen to me. I don't know. I get it. Like, it's just sometimes you're more chatty than other vlogs. So. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Ich habe es leider nur.
Ja, macht nichts, das ist tipptopp. 10.
Oh wow, look at that. What's up?
Smile.
Sorry, I was.
What'd you get?